at the AI House at CES right now. I am joined by Jeff Tatarchuk, and I'm really interested to hear your take on all the inspiration that you've gotten out of this room today, because there's a lot.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of exciting things happening. There's a lot of things happening in the world of AI in general. When you think of AI, you think of all the different pieces of AI, whether it's you have to provide the power for the data centers that support AI, or you're building out the application layer, or you're the consumer of AI. There's a lot of different pieces and components that come to AI, and it's cool to be in a room where people are participating in all different pieces of those different components. So it's exciting to be here.
Where do you usually put your focus when it comes to AI?
Yeah, so our focus at Tensorwave is on the data center and GPU deployment side of things. So we focus at the foundation layer of AI. They're the picks and shovels.
I think that for a lot of people across the country right now, they're hearing the term data center for the very first time,
Right.
and there's a mixed reaction to it. So when you get an opportunity to talk to somebody who's very curious and wanting to know what it means for the future, what do you tell them?
Well, a data center, if you haven't seen one, it's usually a nondescript building out in the middle of nowhere that looks like a large Home Depot with no sign. That has a lot of computers inside this building, and it usually means they have access to a lot of power, they have a lot of computers, and a lot of storage that companies plug into to be able to get access to. If you think of like getting access to computers in the cloud, it's usually computers in a data center somewhere in the middle of nowhere that companies are able to use to host their services on. And so now, because of AI and because of the demand for AI, people need access to data centers and power more than ever before. And people don't really realize, like, yes, every time you use ChatGPT, it's using some GPU in some data center somewhere, extracting some power every single time you use a prompt. And so it takes a lot of power, a lot of data center space in order to support the AI usage that we see today. And it's only continuing to grow, and there's only a limited supply of data centers and power currently available. And so, yeah, a lot of people are like, okay, cool, whether we do need data centers, we do need power, but there's only a limited supply, how do we solve these problems? And so that's where we come in to kind of help solve those things.
It was so fascinating about AI. It's like AI is creating the need, but then AI is kind of working on the solution as well.
It's true. Yeah, so one of the things we work on is, like we deploy data centers at scale, we provide GPUs, and one of the things we hear anecdotally is like, you'd be surprised how much AI it actually takes to build the GPUs, to build the AI that it takes to rebuild the AI. Like, it's just kind of this circular thing. You need AI to build the GPUs, or AI needs GPUs in order to build AI, and so creating this whole circular process of supporting each other. And that's the beautiful thing about AI, is that AI will continue as we use AI, as we build AI, it's only going to continue to get better, it's going to make us better, it's going to make AI better, and as it continues to make it, we'll just continue to improve over time.
I want to know more about your personal journey.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of times when kids, you ask them, what do you want to do when you grow up? And most of them don't say, especially when you were, 5, 6, 7 years old, you weren't saying, I'm guessing, you weren't saying, I want to work, focus on data centers.
Yeah.
Right? So how did you go from like, oh, this is something I like, to this is something I'm doing?
Yeah, that's a great question. So my whole life I've been an entrepreneur, like solving problems as a kid, learning ways to make money, and I've done it multiple times over multiple industries, buying and selling businesses, starting businesses, and right now the big opportunity is within AI. And so my background is in cloud. I've deployed data centers and cloud in various industries, and we were focused on AI for the last 5-10 years. We were focused on other niche industries, but the skill set that we had built over the last 5 to 10 years were timed perfectly for us to be able to go to market with this AI opportunity to support the needs that come with AI. So did I ever expect to be, personally, no. Like, did I expect to be in technology, AI? Like, I am a surfer. I enjoy like traveling and like hanging out with people. I'm not a technical person. Like, I'm actually more on the business side of things. But we need all these different pieces involved in order to help like build this whole ecosystem that is the digital brain of the world of today.
And there's a lot of focus on the tech, but really it's all about humans.
It is.
Right, there's like this human side of it. So when you're doing all this and you're thinking about like the impact this is making to humanity, like, does that go through your mind, and what do you think about?
Yeah, I think of like it takes like human data in order to create AI. And so, like, AI is being built off of the data that we have created and put out into the world. And then we are learning and getting better and creating more data based on what we've used when it comes to AI. So it's only continuing to kind of improve and get better, improve and get better. And so, yes, I see it as a way where society now, like there's this whole idea of like art used to, imitate life, but now like life is imitating art, and so the same thing is like life is imitating AI, and now imitating life, and so we're in this circular pattern of like being in a space and place where, like the world's going to be a different place, and anyway, it's exciting to see.
It is exciting, and I want to know, like, how are you using AI just to like make your life on a personal level more either easier or just something that you enjoy that's like AI related, like outside of business?
Yeah.
Like, what do you like using it for?
I mean, obviously to OpenAI, Quad, Anthropic, all of those I use to help create my plans. I use it to write emails, correct my grammar.
So doing like a lot of productivity?
Yeah, but I'll even use it as like a therapist.
Yeah.
Like if I going through some kind of relationship thing or I have some kind of dispute, like you can punch that into your AI, break it down, and it will actually give you pretty rational, reasonable, like for a lot cheaper than you would pay for a therapist price, great solutions to help work through. And so using it in every area of my life, whether you're creating fitness plans, using it as a therapist, planning your life, travel, all those different things, like it's definitely made things a lot easier. I think it's once we take AI and add AI agents on top of that, where it's actually going to be able to execute based on the things that you wanted to do, I mean, it's going to be an exciting time to be alive.
And you're in this room a lot of the day today. So, like, what were you hearing and idea-wise that is kind of re-inspiring you?
I mean, just the opportunity that comes with AI. I think people see it. They're like, I'm in the thick of it. There's really, there's like, well, what I could be doing or what's actually happening today. I think, what you talk about, like, what am I actually using it for today? That's what gets me excited. Is seeing what I can use it for today versus like, what can it do? Like we can always kind of push things off in the future as to what AI can do, but what is it helping me do today? And that's what I'm really focused on, and I think it's most important.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts and your inspiration.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.